brow down, because colors tend to like not blur into each other as much and become muddy. So under the brow, I'm going to use a nice like light neutral matte. And turn this way just a little bit. And I'm just doing that right under the brow to start with, because that'll just kind of help to accentuate the arch once we go and fill that in.
Where's our Lost in Trees music?
The what?
Lost in the Trees. I saw them last night. I actually ran into her because she was doing trivia at one of the bars near it. You can put it on if you want to. I think it's hooked up. It's just not loud.
It's just so quiet.
I think I turned it down because my mom called right before. I was like trying to take my makeup off. I'm talking to my mom. I'm like, okay, sounds good. Oops, that's right now.
Okay, and then I'm just going to go in and like contour your eye softly. So just taking the warmth with my blending brush and just doing like a sheer wash. That's just going to kind of naturally like shadow. Oh, I just completely
Are you okay?
my heel got all caught. And turn that way. What kind of look did Stacy give you?
She just kind of did a pretty neutral colors. I think she did a little bit of a purple in the corner of my eye, and then just a really muted lip. So it was just really natural.
Yeah.
But I think if those cans are the foundation you used last time, I think that's what I prefer because it just felt really lightweight.
You know what? That's
that what it was?
absolutely what I recommend. These are not them. These are just
Okay.
the primer and then the finishing spray, but the actual foundation spray, probably, because it looks absolutely amazing in photos. It's like an airbrush makeup in a can, so it just makes, I don't know, it's so easy to apply too. Just spray it onto a brush and like buff it, and it gives you perfect looking skin.
Because I think that's what it was with like a foundation that's more of the dry
That's what I
canvas is
don't
more
like
of a-
about mine. It's a
Yeah.
liquid foundation. I feel like it looks caked on even if I put it lightly.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm scared to try a new one because my face is really oily.
Gotcha.
That I don't know if we try a new one on the day of,
Right.
it's gonna look like someone can fry an egg on my face.
You know what I would recommend is stopping by like Sephora and grabbing a couple of samples beforehand, just so you can get a chance to like try a few. And the only reason I say Sephora versus Nordstrom is because they have an amazing foundation by Makeup Forever. Have you ever tried Makeup Forever? They have Matte Velvet, which is like, it's medium to full coverage, it wears all day, it's waterproof, it absorbs excess oil, it's oil-free, really good for sensitive skin. So that is what I would recommend. So I'm using kind of like a warm brown, almost slightly like orange, just right in the crease.
Oh, can you show her what brushes you use too for each one? I think that might-
Absolutely. Open.
And you would get along so well with my mother because my mom's always the one that's like, and here's the question that I have.
That's so funny. So most of my brushes are Sephora brushes, but I'll like go over kind of the essentials that I needed.
I know I'm gonna have to go shopping tomorrow night. Because Apparently the mall closes at like 9.
Does it?
Yeah, we went there last Friday to try and do our engagement clothes shopping, and it closed at 9. I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Not on the weekends though. They close
Friday.
earlier.
Yeah.
On Sundays they close at 7.
Oh, really? That's so early.
I'm just taking that same warmth color
Mm-hmm.
and blending it slightly. Alright. This one's from Java. I really like this palette. So I'm taking Java with my smudge brush. Also, another thing too, always tap out before you go in and apply shadow, because that'll prevent the fallout a little bit as well. Stand. So with the Java, I'm gonna take it right in the outer corner of your eye.
Mm-hmm.
Working it right at the lash line and kind of smudging it in an upward motion. Open. And at this point, don't worry about it. If any like eyeshadow falls, so we can always go in and clean that up. And turn this way just slightly. Open. And turn that way. I'm going to take that same brush that we used to put that first kind of color in and just go in and soften any edges. Perfect. Open. Okay. Do you mind if I use your sink?
Not at all.